It's starting to seem like WrestleMania just isn't as important as last year. Just when we thought some superstars don't get to be on the grandest stage in the mall, it seems like everyone is now going to be participating there. We used to feel the love, the hype, the specialness of WrestleMania, and now it's starting to seem a little bland, a little too safe. With what we've seen on the weekend of WrestleMania, the last Raw that just aired, we can only say that the WWE seems to be taking the easy road after having had one of the most incredible WrestleManias, number 40, where we got to see so many surprises, so many elements, so many twists and turns, so many things that we wanted as wrestling fans for a long time. Now we're left wondering, is anything even on the card for 41 important? We have so many matches that for some reason they're not taking the atmosphere from us. They're not taking the twists and turns. You're watching Ringside Rips. My name's Andres, and I'm just gonna dive into what is making WrestleMania 41 kinda boring this year. Yes, let's start with some of the main things like main event Jey Uso not being in the main event. It used to be that the Royal Rumble winner was promised not only a title shot, but of course being in the main event of the grandest stage at the mall. Why else would you be wrestling against 30 other men, throwing them off the top rope? Now it just seems like because they don't know what to do with the women and the men, they're pushing them down the card. We have Charlotte Flair against Tiffany Stratton all the way down in the card. We have the same thing happening for Jey Uso. What could that mean? What is the WWE to plan for Royal Rumble after that? And doesn't that leave a bad taste in your mouth for after everything that we've seen, even with someone as recent as Daniel Bryan? He was a Royal Rumble winner. He was the main event. He had a battle through it all. And we don't understand why the WWE has now taken this spot, this pivotal positioning, into not respecting that Royal Rumble winner. Now, Elimination Chamber, another thing, another sort that it is important. We have Elimination Chamber, Bianca Belair winner, and she has to compete in a triple threat. Yes, I've complained about too many triple threats this year, and we have another one where it feels like the people wanted Bianca Belair against Rhea Ripley. And the WWE, for some reason, they didn't want to make it too obvious. They didn't want to just hand it over to us. They had to include Io Sky. Not a knock for Io Sky, but just as we've seen, the click over at their podcast, they mentioned Kevin Nash that Io Sky just doesn't kind of fit in there. She doesn't kind of want. We do see that she has her high flying, high spots, high kicks, but in terms of power, is there any credibility? Now, whatever the WWE decides to do on the Women's Championship, whoever walks away, it's gonna be something of a sour taste because this triple threat doesn't seem to be needed, and if anything, these women are already at the top of their game. They're elevated. So, what exactly is going on? Another rivalry that we can say that has been built up way too fast is El Grande Americano versus Rey Mysterio. It used to be so special to get a place in WrestleMania. This guy, I know it's Chad Gable, but this guy who for now is masked and we have an unknown identity, he has now gotten a spot in WrestleMania, something that most wrestlers fight for their whole life. He now has a spot with the legendary Hall of Famer Rey Mysterio, and it just kind of feels too rushed. There's no real heat. Yes, Rey Mysterio wants to take off the mask. Yes, that's probably what will happen, and we'll all discover that it's Chad Gable at WrestleMania. But what's the point? What will even happen after that? Chad Gable, yes, he is now identified. He has American made. He might start a new feud with LWO, but that's not going to build up on any of these two superstars. Rey Mysterio is already a Hall of Famer. Chad Gable has already been established as the American made guy, so it just kind of feels like a throwaway match. Talking about throwaway matches, Jade Cargill against Naomi. Now, we had this whole Jade Cargill mystery going on for a while. I mean, a literal while. We saw how the tag teams were transferred over to Naomi and Bianca, and for some reason, we all knew that it was Naomi. Most people on the internet, on the comments, kept saying it was Naomi. It's gonna be a Naomi against Jade Cargill feud, and it did happen. We got to see that escalation, that boiling point at Elimination Chamber. But for me, why exactly are we bringing this to WrestleMania? What will happen? Bianca Belair has her own match. She doesn't even care about the two. She doesn't even care about the tag team titles. We're pretty much just doing this because we had that mystery feud with Jade, and now we have to put her in the main event. We have to put her in WrestleMania because, of course, she is a big ticketing superstar. She is someone that the WWE promised that WrestleMania spot. And that's what I mean. That it's losing credibility by promising people that don't deserve it another promise. Logan Paul. He's on Sundays. WrestleMania. Does he actually deserve someone who takes their time off and on, comes in and out of the company just as they please? He has a spot in WrestleMania on Sunday night with AJ Styles, another Hall of Famer. Yes, he has the work, he's put on the work ethic, but he's not respected by the WWE audience. There's so many other superstars that definitely would deserve that spot. There's so many other storylines that they could have continued to explain. There's so many other titles that they're not even putting on the line. And we're left wondering, why does the WWE just keep picking the spots, just keep building up for the audience, just keep making all these things? It's as if WrestleMania has lost its meaning and now it's boring. They've gone all out with WrestleMania 40. They did all the implementations. They brought back John Cena, Triple H, The Undertaker, The Rock, and now it's pretty much as they're all retiring, they're all leaving, we're all left wondering what will happen because this WrestleMania, this Raw that we just seen, it was pretty bland. It does not live up to the hype that they want to continue to build. It does not live up to what we established. And I believe that most of us have this one entity of hope because we're going to see Cody Rhodes against John Cena. We're going to see the final boss come out and make some more proclamations. We're going to see some answers be resolved, but I'm left wondering, will we even see anything? Because most of the time that The Rock just gets involved, it just seems improvised. It just seems like he's doing things so he can elongate the story. It just seems like one day we might see Cody Rhodes against The Rock, but for now it's not going to be that. We might see Roman Reigns against The Rock, but for now it's not going to be that. We might see John Cena against The Rock, but for now it's not going to be that because he just likes to build up and build up the story. He even said it himself. The more I can be off the ring and just have people continuing to build up my story outside of it, that's even better. So there's left wondering, what exactly are we looking forward to for this WrestleMania? So many good matches on the line, so many good things. Probably the best outcome, CM Punk getting his WrestleMania main event. But it's not even on the second night of WrestleMania. It's not even a true main event because it's not even for a title match. And they haven't even talked about the Shield. All these men, Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, CM Punk, they were all on a team together. They were all pretty much friends. They were all a clique. They were all running the WWE because CM Punk has seen something in these amateurs. But now, they're not talking about that storyline. They're talking about Paul Heyman and pretty much who's going to stay with the wise man, who's going to stay with the person by their side, because whoever has Paul Heyman on their side is going to guarantee a win at WrestleMania. What does that even have to do with the Shield? These are the things that, for me, have left me wondering what will happen at WrestleMania 41. Thanks for watching.